What's up guys, Crane here from LogicLounge.com. Today we're going to be installing a solid state drive into my early 2011 MacBook Pro. And it's simple and straightforward. Today I'm using the OWC solid state drive Mercury Extreme Pro 6G, and I will be replacing this in my current hard drive bay, which I have a 500 gigabyte standard hard drive that came in there. And to do this installation, it's pretty straightforward and simple. So we'll set the hard drive apart. Make sure your computer is completely powered off, not in sleep mode, completely powered off, and we're going to turn it upside down. Now, you will need a selection of tools here. You will need a Torx screwdriver, a Phillips screwdriver, and a spudger. A spudger is this little plastic thing that you use to take off. So what we need to do is we need to use our Phillips head screwdriver here, and we're going to take off these screws. Now you want to start up with these three screws right here. These are longer screws that you want to take out first before you take out the rest. So we're going to take my Phillips head screwdriver here and we're going to take them all out. All right, now that we have all the screws out, we want to take off this back panel. And to do this, you want to put your hands under the top of the case, or I guess the bottom of the case, because this is the vent right here. You want to go ahead and stick your fingers under there. It is snapped in place, so it will snap off, so don't be afraid when it snaps. And you should be able to come up around here and take it off very easily. And there it comes off. And we can go ahead and then remove the bottom plate, and voila, there is the inside of my MacBook Pro. Now, what we will be doing is we'll be removing this drive. And to do that, it's very simple and straightforward. We want to take our Phillips head screwdriver once again, and we're going to take off these two screws right here that are in, that is a bracket that we want to take off. So now we'll take off those screws. They won't come all the way out, but you do want to loosen them up, and you can pull the bracket right off if you take it off completely. There we go, and the bracket is now out. And now we can go ahead and remove this hard drive. Now be careful when removing this hard drive because it's still connected to the SATA port. Now to remove this, it's super simple. There's a tab right here, pull on up, first up and then out, and before you pull it all the way up, you want to take off the SATA connector cable right here, and that's just a one like that, and we should be able to lift all the way off, and there is my 2.5-inch hard drive that we just took out of this case. Now, we're going to take in here my Mercury Extreme Pro, and before we do this, we're going to take off these pegs right here with our Torx screwdriver. Those pegs will go right into the SSD. Now, the last thing to do is to take this tab off and put it on our new hard drive. As you can see, there's the SATA connector. You want it facing towards the out of the MacBook Pro. So when it is in the drive, it's going to look like that. So we want to take off this plastic tab to be very careful so that it still sticks. Take it very carefully. Now we can set this hard drive aside. We can now work with this one. We'll first put on the plastic tab right here on this side of the hard drive here so we can easily lift it out next time we want to get it and maintenance it. And then now we're going to put on these Torx screwdriver, these Torx screws. Now, to mount the SSD back inside of the MacBook Pro, you want to do it like this. Take the SSD so that the SATA connector is facing this way, just like this. And we want to take this SATA connector and plug it right in. And we'll do that, and it should be a simple slide on when you get the connectors arranged, and make sure it's fit securely. And with the hard drive pointed towards you, you want to fit it into the rubber gaskets first, and then bring it on down. Now from here, we can reattach the bracket just like this with our Phillips head screwdriver. All right, so now it is time to put on the bottom cover, and it goes on simple and straightforward. There's just one thing to remember. So we're going to put on the cover back, and you want to press, once you get it lined up, you want to press on the edges and in the center. It will re-snap in those snaps that have come out when you pulled the hard drive cover out. And now all you need to do is then put in the screws. And we want to start with the longer screws first. So that's these 3 screws, and then work our way around. We'll go ahead and do that right now. All right, and that's it. You just installed a hard drive into your MacBook Pro, whether it is a hard disk drive or a solid state drive. That's how you do it. It's super fast, super simple, and it's gonna make your computer even better than it was. So this is the conclusion of the how-to. If you have any questions for me, email me, creighton@logiclounge.com. Also, you can follow our social media profiles on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+, all under the username of Logic Lounge. Of course, like and subscribe this video, and until our next video, we'll see you guys tomorrow.